I need an arm pump, I come back, you welcome me back, you wanna know. Till you fall, I can give you that. You want pump, I come back, you welcome me back, you wanna dance sag. You should welcome me back, you wanna pump, I come back, you welcome me back, you wanna know. Till you fall, I can give you that. You want pump, I come back, you welcome me back, you wanna dance sag. You should welcome me back, you should welcome, you should welcome, you should welcome, you should welcome me back, you should welcome, you should welcome, you should welcome, you should welcome me back.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Robe the King. You are watching a very special episode or special edition of Worth the Rush. We'll be coming to you all officially within the next 4 to 6 months. We're figuring it out, but figured since Here's What We Know, the Here's What We Know show will not be running tonight. Omari and Sharice had other obligations tonight, and I myself am at work. We'll be coming to you at a later date, Lord willing. So tonight I have my wife here with me. We are doing, we're curating a show for you all. And while we're doing that, we're brainstorming through ideas and all of those things. But yeah, I would say here is our official announcement. We are the Robersons. I'm Keith Roberson, that's Imani Roberson, and together we are Worth the Rush. And so just off rip, Monty, we got married on Saturday. So what are your overall thoughts about that day? How you feel like the day went?
I would say I enjoyed the day. Like it wasn't as full of pressure as it could have been. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Let me try to my bad. Let me try to give a picture of what took place. So essentially we eloped, and very small. I know a lot of people were hitting me up like, I don't know. I didn't know that this and that was happening. You kept this on the hush and all of this type of stuff. And, I'm glad nobody hit me with the why wasn't I invited. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of the congratulations that I've been receiving on the posts and stuff that I've been posting. But it was a very, 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 very small thing. We wanted to be married. You know what I mean? We didn't necessarily want to have a wedding per se, like this huge thing, this whole to do, at least not right now. We just wanted to get it over with in many respects and start the journey of our lives together. And so for that reason, we eloped. It was in Georgia. We had our 2 children with us. A few people that I know in Georgia that would have been highly upset if I invited one person and not the other. You know what I mean? And I get it. So that's, Imani's sister was there. Their wives were there, which was dope, and they brought their 2 children. So that was amazing. I had my brothers with me. Omari was there. Imani knew the officiant. She knew the photographer, and we did it at an Airbnb. And yeah, so I'll let you go first. So that was just me trying to paint the picture. I am at work, so I'm a little bit more reserved than I would be if I were in the prayer closet. So, but yeah, go for it. So, how did the day go for you? What were some of the highlights? What were some of the lowlights and all of that?
Some of the highlights that I enjoyed were watching the kids be like know what was actually happening. You
Mm,
did put this on your Instagram, but there was a moment that our daughter Bailey, um it was a moment where she started singing the "We Are Family." Soon
mm-hmm,
as like we woke up and we were like getting everything together, you were ironing your outfit, you were ironing Kendrick's outfit. You had already got her dressed together. Everything was just like the moment was just coming together so beautifully. So once that happened, Keith started playing the We Are Family song, and Bailey just went crazy.
Mhm.
She
Mhm.
started dancing, she was singing, and they just had a ball with that whole moment. So it was beautiful to see their reaction to this union and us becoming a family. That was my highlight. That was definitely my highlight.
Mhm.
Also, another little highlight was like seeing Zach, because he is our mutual friend.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah, Zach was it.
situation. Yeah. So
Zach
even
came
though,
afterwards.
yeah,
Zach
he
came
came
through.
afterwards, but when he popped in, he was full of life. He celebrated with us. We joked, and it was really nice. And it was nice meeting all of your friends, everybody who's known you for so long, and like know your heart, and just like, and it was really nice being able to just see you interact with them, be with them. It felt like a family reunion essentially,
Mm,
and I did love that. I did.
mm,
Low lights. I would say okay, this is my own personal low light, but this is just because I was being lazy and about it, is that which it didn't necessarily make me sad, but I didn't have many people on my side, just because not everybody understands. And then there were people who did understand, but I just never got around to reaching out to them, and I knew that we were gonna have a crowded space, and I didn't want to be overwhelmed as much as I probably would have been. But they did know about it still. They still congratulated me. They still sent me love, and they are like, "Okay, we waiting for the big day, like the big."
mm,
My best friend, she lives in California now. She wasn't able to make it, but I was like, "Eh, don't worry about it." But other than that, like that's not really a low light for me. But if I had to say a low light, that would be it. But
mm.
what about you?
Highlight was actually saying for me was actually saying I do. Um, I realized during the whole course of that day and I guess that week, I really hadn't had a chance or really took time to talk to the Lord. And so you might have seen me while we were standing up there, like just closing my eyes and like just,
Mhm.
I was praying and just, thanking the Lord and again inviting him into what it was that we were getting ready to do. Um I felt it felt different. It felt different, but it didn't. Of course, I'd never been married before. I've never proposed before. I've never been on an altar before, standing at. I haven't even played like that. You know what I mean? So it was different. But that was the highlight for me, being able to say I do, and yeah, my friends being there, which are brothers to me. Um, they are truly brothers to me. First, Omari walked in, so that was dope. No, so first it was your what's his name? He did the wedding. What's his name again?
Oh, our officiant, Eric.
Yeah, Eric. You know Eric. Eric was there and Lee from your church. So they walked in almost not together, but like one after the other. And Omari walked in very happy to see him. Like so I never like really had a chance to get nervous because the homies were there. You know what I mean? And so not long after that, Kavan came through, um, you know, and people started filing in. And so, I'm just, I'm grateful for them. So that was exciting. Um, Again, yeah, seeing the kids play together, get along, Bailey singing that song, to affirm and confirm things for me, at least for me in that moment. Like, okay, you know, we doing the right thing. She understands and all of that, you know. Um, Me standing up there, not getting cold feet, like just like, yeah. And like there's like nobody else on my mind. You know what I mean? It's not like this thing of like, man, this should have been such and such that I'm looking at.
Mhm.
None of that. I didn't have any of that. You know, no regrets or anything like that. So all of those things that I probably have worried about in my 35 years of marriage. Yeah, I mean 35 years of living, thinking about marriage. Like I wonder if you know what I mean, if when this happens, is this like am I going to be feeling this way? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I agree. I can agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah. But I did enjoy the day. It was nice. It felt like it's funny because like that's what I had always imagined my wedding day to be, or like which is actually an elopement, where something is chill, something that's like just everybody, like soon as that happened, we were done. We walked inside, we took a couple of pictures, we walked inside, we changed in some comfortable clothes, and we just hung out. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Um and I
Nobody
think
stayed too long. Nobody,
yeah,
I mean, nobody stayed too short. Like even, you know, um, I keep calling him. I want to say Eddie. That's not his name.
Eric.
Eric. I
Uh-huh.
keep my bad. Eric was dope.
Yeah.
He stayed. He ate some refreshments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't rushing us or anything like that. He knew the assignment. Lee was trying to, get more pictures of us and stuff. I'm like, I appreciate that. We got people here. We can't up and lead them. You know what I mean? So, you know, who is this? Appreciate you,
Thank
Tanisha.
you.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Appreciate you. She's a good social media friend of mine who's been very supportive and I appreciate her. So shout out to her. Um, yeah. Yeah, what are some low lights? You said you don't have any low lights. That
Yeah.
the low light was just that.
Yeah.
Okay. My low light was no, because after the wedding, like we all said, like it was everybody left. It was just us and the kids, and that's kind of how I envisioned it. And so all right, cool. Well, now it's time for movie night. Let's watch a movie and stuff like that. So that was cool. Them two sitting and eating their popcorn with the little popcorn boxes and stuff like that. I thought that was what I mean, was that pretty much exactly what I envisioned, just like a mirror image of what I envisioned in my head. Somebody got upset at the end of the night though and tried to sleep on the couch, so that was kind of crazy. I'm like, not starting this off in this way. So I was sitting in the bed. Yeah, I was sitting in the bed, and I was like, God, like, ask her to come in here, like, please. And the Lord was like, go and get her. Like, like go and get. I'm like, all right, well, that's what it's gonna be. And I think that's what it is, right? It's sometimes it's that wait and see and that let God do some stuff, but then it's sometimes you just gotta be proactive. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not about to let you mess this up. And I guess there's certain times you think that it's gonna be like all of that type of stuff is over. And to a degree, I think it is, but it's like you still gotta fight for it, and so that was that. I feel like we made up in our own way, but yeah.
Yeah. I honestly forgot what it was about. So it was literally that dumb. It wasn't worth holding on to, whatever it was. But I just remember you threw me over your shoulder and was like, I ain't going for this. Bam.
I didn't slam you on the bed.
I'm kidding. He didn't. You were very gentle. I
Hmm.
appreciate you.
You could have left me in the other room for all that. I'm like, good night. Shout out to Amber. Hey Amber, old college friend of mine.
Thank
Um,
you.
so true. I found marriage to be a daily choice. Congratulations.
Mm,
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, that's what love is, and that's
yeah.
that's especially what marriage is for sure. Shout out to Amber, and shout out to everybody watching. I'm breaking records right now. I'm looking. You probably can't see the
I
numbers, but I can
can't
see.
see
I
anything.
can see them. Yeah, we breaking record.
Oh gosh.
My a personal record.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody. By the way, this was very impromptu.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm at work. I'm a studio coordinator. That's one of my jobs, and so I'm here. Um, so yeah. Um, we had another question, right? So adjusting, you wanted to talk about adjusting. So like, what do you
Yeah,
think that's gonna
so
be like?
our situation is very unique. People are going to be like, y'all are crazy. I would never do that.
Mm,
But we are currently, and I say currently because it will be changing soon, a long distance couple,
yeah.
married couple. I'm in Atlanta
Shout
currently.
out, shout out to you,
Oh,
Asia.
thank you,
Yeah.
Asia.
Asia is in Greensboro, and
Okay.
hope to buy a house from her one day, from
Oh,
her,
she's a
from her,
realtor.
from her and her husband. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, keep us.
Very
Yeah,
proud
we're
and
coming
happy for
soon.
you. Congratulations to you both. Appreciate that,
Thank
Asia.
you, thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah, so Asia, we gonna be coming to you soon, girl. But yeah, um yeah, so you're currently in North Carolina. I'm in Georgia. I am in a teacher preparation program right now. So my husband is ever so kind. Oh yes, we will be calling you. Yeah, we'll be calling you. We're getting there. Um, but yeah, my husband is being ever so kind to not necessarily allow, but he's
No, it's
supporting me.
allow.
He's supporting me as I finish college. I finish in May. And we got other things, other prayers and considerations, but I said this the day that we got married in front of your friends, which are now also my friends, about like all the signs that I would say confirmation, because I know that the Lord was giving you the word as the head of our household, and he was giving me the confirmation so that I'm not jittery and nervous about everything. So that calmed me down a lot, and now I know the direction that we're going. So thank you for supporting me as I finish and get my master's degree. And then after that, I'm more than sure that, I mean, even down to the Airbnb that we eloped at, like the neighborhood was Concord, the city that you live in. That was like kind of like one of the, okay, Lord, I hear what you're saying. I got you. Like he's been giving me signs since the week before we got married. So um yeah, that is the adjustment currently. That is the first adjustment. So um the main adjustment is, just finding this new normal as us being newlyweds and currently in two different states. So the day after, he hopped in the car with baby girl and they went back home. And you know, it kind of sucks because it's like you're experiencing the honeymoon emotions and you're not able to celebrate the honeymoon festivities at the same time. Just not yet, I would say. But I am thankful because I feel like every day I love you more than I did the day before. Like I'm feeling the intensity of our marriage. So, no sparks are dying. Everything still feels lively. We're spending the holidays together. I'm excited about that. That's a given. We're always going to be doing that, no matter, what corners of the earth that we land on. And so I'm just excited for that part. But it is an adjustment. But we both have tunnel vision. We got a goal at hand. We're just trying to make sure that we are being good stewards of this part of the journey.
That's so interesting. Love a non-conventional story. Yeah, this is very unconventional.
Very,
Even for me, this is not something that I would have chosen. That's
yeah.
for sure. Um, I'll go as far as to say this is not something that I even kind of want to like broadcast, but she said it, so is out there. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an adjustment, and it's an adjustment on top of an adjustment. That's the word I was looking. No, 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 you good, Amber. You got the degree and all of that. Me. I know you smart. Yeah, no worries. But Yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely something that I'm not going to get used to. I'm not. It's not something
Mhm.
that I'm looking at and saying like, yeah, this is it, and this is like the creme de la creme of what God has for us, or anything like that. But I think for the moment was what is most important right now. You know what I mean? Is like, okay, you both know that y'all want to spend the rest of your lives together. So why wait? You know what I mean? Like, why wait to be married? You know what I mean? Even though right now, she's got this going on, it could be beneficial for us and things of that nature. I'm used to making things work. I'm used to um doing unconventional things. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely an adjustment for sure. Hey, what's up, Monique? Shout out to you.
Thank you. Thank you
Shout
so
out to you,
much.
Monique, for sure. So yeah, there was, I think for me, the pros outweighed the cons in that regard, and why work on being together when you could be together and work on being together. So that's the major thing. That was going to be my next question. Putting that journalism degree to use here, but appreciate y'all sharing our story. Yeah. So yeah, this yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have to like put like a timeline on it or whatever it is, and I don't know. Um, my goal is just to continue to prepare a place and continue to do what I'm supposed to be doing and being supportive and things of that nature, even when somebody tries to change the plan. Um, and stay, stay the course. Even, hey, why don't we do this? You looking over here, you seen all of these other things, and I'm like, look, we said we're going to do this, so we are going to do this until otherwise, notice. Shout out to you, Tiff. Shout out to you, Tiff. Hope to see
Thank
you soon.
you.
That's my cousin Tiffany Terry.
Oh, thank
Shout
you.
out to you, Tiff. Yeah, so yeah, again, it wasn't a big thing. It wasn't something like where we weren't inviting people. In my opinion, everybody that says congratulations is invited. In my
Mhm.
opinion, whenever we do it big, you know what I mean? Like whenever we do like a real thing, like with a reception, a DJ, I plan to do something major. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. But you know, shout out to you, Amanda. Appreciate you, Amanda.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thanks,
Yeah.
Amanda.
Happy birthday to your daughter, by the way. I think it
Oh,
was yesterday, or if not today, but happy birthday to her. And I love
yeah,
seeing you and your husband's pictures on Instagram, and good to know that y'all are, or Facebook, and good to know that y'all are still going strong. So that's definitely encouraging.
yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. What else you got? I didn't
Mm,
expect for us to get through that quickly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Y'all
mm,
think, by the way, since y'all commenting and stuff, y'all think we should do? I mean, it's happening, but do you think that we should do a YouTube page? I think we plan on doing one, but do you think that we should do a YouTube page? Um, I'm not going to ask y'all to support it, but do you think that we should do one? I'm not, y'all know I do enough with it. Like, dang, I see this dude on my timeline all day. Thanks. Yes, marriage is a beautiful thing. Yes, absolutely it is. There's there's been some things like where it's like, dang, I don't want to have to go through this alone. Like I got a lot going on in life, and it's like I'm just glad I don't have to do it by myself anymore. Even though I know that I'm not alone, and I've got friends, and I got family, and I got the Lord. But it's like
mhm,
it's good to know like I got somebody in my corner where I can just say, hey, I got this and that going on. Can you handle this portion of it? Can we, what I mean, while I handle X, Y, and Z over here. So that's been a good adjustment, but an adjustment nevertheless. Um, did we hear the origin story? How did you two meet? Yeah, shout out. You know what, Amber? We we gotta have you come on here one day, and then, and then just be the mediator for this. Um, did all right. So what's the origin story, Money?
Oh, you want me to tell it? Okay.
Yeah.
You do better at telling it. I do better at tying in the details, but I
Moni
will say it.
Money Love says yes. That would be dope. Yeah. Uh, Tanisha said, "Go for it." Asia said, "Absolutely, y'all should do a YouTube page and share your marriage content. We need more of that. I would definitely subscribe and support."
Like,
Well, dope. It's coming. It's definitely coming. We want to vlog too, so it wouldn't just be something like this. And I think like the first year giving advice for marriage is kind of trash. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be too much giving advice given or anything like that. If anything, it would be giving advice on getting to know each other and how to elope and you know what I mean things to look out for and questions to ask
questions
and
that,
stuff
yeah,
like that. It
yeah.
wouldn't be anything like well, when you get into this you know what I mean? Like, this is what you do. Like, as if we got 30 years of experience in this thing. I'm not even going to be arrogant in that way. But how did the origin story? Well, I guess you on it right now, right? Facebook. And this was, and we about to blow your lids with this one. Um,
They're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, about to blow y'all lids with this one. I do feel like, especially the initial long distance, is a unique perspective that there's tons of room for. Yeah, for sure. Because I know Monty was saying that she's done some research. She hasn't seen a lot of like long distance couples. That's because couples shouldn't be long distance.
Oh
They
man.
shouldn't be long distance. It's
No.
not a thing because it shouldn't be a thing. And so again, you know, you sacrifice some things for the long-term goal and for what needs to take place. And you know, I don't falter too much because of how quickly everything happens. So it's not like I'm like drop every single thing that you're doing and come and be with me, even though it's like
Drop
I think
everything you're doing and come be with me.
no, it's not that, but I'm saying I think I would be within my rights to ask that.
Absolutely you would.
Yeah, but I'm not. So
I mean, and at the same time, excuse me, I don't want you to think that that's not something I'm not willing to do
yeah,
because
yeah,
I am. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I don't want to go
And
there just yet. Hey,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was reading a
But so
comment
I
from.
want to tell them. I want to tell them why. But yeah, these. Shout out to y'all. Tiff says, "How far away do you guys live from each other?" 4 hours,
Mhm.
4 to 5 hours. Um, so a lot of times, well, a few times we met up in South Carolina, and you know, a few times I've come down there, and she's come up here. So, it's the intentionality right now, like this strong intentionality of um trying our best to remain in each other's faces. Um, Amber says just the early content, but 100% I understand the point. It to move toward being together. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is the goal. That is the point. People be married for 6 months giving advice, but your unique story is needed. Yeah.
it is.
Um, okay. I believe you. Tony. Me and Tony used to be roommates. Shout out to Tony. Bro, I swear I say it all the time. Couples should not be long. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm with you 100%. Can't live like that. There's your sign, dear. There's
But
another thing.
I don't want to.
Um,
I know. I know.
um, but how did we meet? And so just to give some context, like I said, um, prepare yourselves, brace yourselves. So we met in what month?
Mm. I felt that's two different answers, low key. But when we formally started picking things up and like talking, like
That was around the same time.
it was. Oh, I guess it kind of was. Oh, okay. Well, we're in November now. So that was August.
That was August. I'll wait. I'm gonna wait.
Me too.
I'm gonna wait.
Be
Man,
like, wait, what?
yeah. Tony
What?
says, "Salute to you, brother, and congrats on y'all union together. Love, black love. Yes,
Thank
absolutely,
you.
absolutely." Here goes Amanda. Wow, wow. Yep. Amber with the stress with I call that the stress emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all know I'm going to have more questions. I appreciate it. We out of stuff to ask. When you know, you know. Yeah. That is essentially that. And that's kind of like what the YouTube page was going to be called. That was like a working title. When you know, you
Yeah.
know. Hey, if you know, you know. Yeah, absolutely. A man knows. Yes. I mean, don't let these men tell y'all that they don't know 3 years into the relationship. They don't know if they want to marry you or not. Don't let them tell you that. A dude knows. I can't speak for all men, but I know it don't take 3 years. That's for sure. If a dude is waiting 3 years, he's thinking that there are better options out there for him, for
Mm.
sure. You know. So we met in August. Asia goes facts. Never takes that long, in my opinion. Nope. No, it doesn't. Amber says, you just ruined it for all the dudes that want to drag their feet now. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all don't have an excuse anymore.
Send them this link. Yeah. You know, you know, you know what I mean? Like if you I think, and that's my thing. If I don't know, and if I'm feeling like, oh, there's something better, I'm not gonna waste your time. Or I wouldn't waste your time because those days is gone. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste your time. I'm like, if I can do better, or I feel like you could do better, or whatever, in whatever way that might mean, you know. And I remember like women would ask me, they were like, okay, like when you know those beginning stages, like what's your longest relationship? I'm like 3 months, 4 months. And they're like, oh, well, that means that you can't stay committed. It's like, no, I can't stay committed to someone that I know I shouldn't be committed to. I don't have commitment issues. You know what I mean? I just know that you're not my person. You know what I mean? Um, Amber is real from Tanisha. So what I was gonna say. So yeah, so August, and we were very intentional about our conversations. And one of the big things for me is she embodied everything that I wanted or thought that I was looking for in a woman, right? It goes beyond the aesthetics, right? Now you look at Imani, you know that she's a pretty lady, right? That's important, right? To me, that's important. And I don't think that's cliche to say, or not cliche, but shallow to say, because that that attraction is necessary. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody tell you that it ain't necessary. If it's necessary for you, then it's necessary. And that just lets you know where you are. And but it was I realized like when I was thinking about like, all right, who Lord, if I am to be with someone and if I am to have somebody, to be in I would love to be in a relationship where I wouldn't tire of talking to a person, or I would enjoy the conversations that I'm having with the person. When it came to me and Imani, the conversations never ended. You know what I mean? And she wasn't someone that I had to chase. You
Yeah.
know, it was very instantaneous. It was very okay. I fit here, and I see places where I fit, and so I'm going to do my best to stay in these spaces where I fit and just do my thing in these spaces. And I'm just going to be who I feel like I'm needed to be. I'm not going to try to force nothing. I'm not going to press no issue, nothing like that. So I'm watching all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Um, Again, the conversations that we had, the level of intellect that was taking place, the intentionality in the conversations, the agreement in the conversations that we were having, the transparency and the realness and the accountability that would take place, the self accountability that would take place on her end. There's so many people, and y'all know, and I know I'm looking at a bunch of women making comments right now, but y'all know that they say that women don't take accountability for things and stuff like that. So, and I found that to be true in a lot of situations that I was in. But she would apologize where she felt the need to apologize. You know what I mean? She would say, "Hey, man, I was wrong in this area, and I'm going to try my best to do better." And those are all things that I was looking at, and it's like, okay, I would marry that. I would definitely marry someone like that. And I have never met anyone like her before. So it wasn't really a hard thing. And so, how conversations happen, one thing leads to another. And it's like, one day she was like, yeah, I would marry you anytime, any place, or something like that. And I was like, all right. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm a bluff. I'll call somebody's bluff because, and my friend has said this to me. Um, Preach, brother. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Amber says women don't take accountability. Who said that? Okay, that's sarcasm. That's beautiful. Shout out to Tanisha. Amber says all. Okay, I don't know what I said all worthy. What I said was all worthy, but hey, I'm glad nobody's chomping my head off. Keisha says, I love that. This gives me hope. Yeah, I pray for you. Yeah,
Me
shout out to
too.
you.
We praying for you, Keisha. There's
Yeah.
hope. I
I
used
think
to
I
feel the
think
same
Keisha's
way.
my cousin. I think we cousins? I got so many cousins. I think she's my cousin though. But yeah, so she was like, I'll marry you anytime, any place. And so I'm like, I apply pressure in that way. Like you either gonna, what they say, you either gonna pee or get off the pot, or you know what I mean? Like you put fire under somebody. You know what I mean? It's not on purpose, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna believe you when you say this. And you in turn are gonna be that thing that you say that you are, or you're gonna run from it. And I would say large in part, she didn't run. You know what I mean? LOL, yep, I forgot how, but yes, we are. Figured out years ago in Neptune. I had another cousin in Neptune. That's crazy. I never knew. I'm sad. I'm sad now. I never knew. Yeah, you got anything to add to that?
I will say, like, I said this to you in the beginning, but it was not it was not of bad context. Um, Keith is very intimidating because he's very honest and and everything is very as a matter of fact and it's very true and it's very he always follows through. I wasn't used to that. So
Mm.
when we would have these conversations, of course, they're like really intense. They're really authentic. This everything that I prayed for. Um, but then when the pressure was applying, I did get scared. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's scary because it's something that you want, and then what did he say? He said there's
So,
hope.
there's hope for everyone. Just have to have it in you to find your person. Let your guard down and accept them.
That right there.
Oh,
That right there. So yeah, I had a moment where I was definitely terrified. And I was like, fear overtook me when pressure started, like when we started getting more intense and intentional with our conversations based upon like marriage and the future. And I ran. I did. I was like, hey, like, you're a great guy. You're so amazing. But, I don't think I can do this. And I think you told me, you was like, I didn't even read your message when you sent it. And
because
maybe
I'm used to that. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah,
used to it being too intense for someone, and
yeah.
and it being like, okay, you know what I
I was
mean?
terrified, but it's something, of course, it's like, this is what I want. But when it happens, you're like, oh, wait, hold up. Oh my
And I
gosh.
and I completely get it, but it's
Yeah.
so, and I know that it's only the Holy Spirit that's going to keep you. I mean, it's only going to be the Holy Spirit that says, stop doing what you're doing and
Yeah.
listen to what's going on. You know what I mean? So I know that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Lord, not this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Robert Henry says we as men have to be able to take constructive criticism from the woman we choose to be with. I agree, Rob. I see what Robert is saying. Shout out to Robert. We went to high school together. Yes, that's why I always say, I'm like, if you like, you got to be careful about the woman that you choose to be with. Like, can she tell you stuff and
yeah,
you honor it? Can you take it to heart? Can you really just hear what she's saying and be like, well, I know that she's a sensible person, so she's not just saying any old random thing. She's not an airhead. You have to respect the person that you with. You know what I mean? And that goes for both people. That goes for both parties. Um, Amber says, if you can share, did what felt like pressure later process to you as intentionality?
That's a great question.
She said
Oh,
you answered it, but I think you could go deeper.
yeah. So, yes, like it did become intentionality. So there were, listen, God kicked my butt after I said that to him. I had a really bad day that day. After I had sent him that message, I didn't even have the courage to call him and tell him because of how intentional he is, I was kind of scared to like I was afraid to hear what he would say on the other end because I know that like it was certain things like if I was speaking in fluff, he would tear down the fluff and be like, "This is what it is, just say that." And so I avoided it cuz I was scared.
Mm.
And that day, I this is like a little joke that I made. I was praying at the same time and I was like, "All right, Lord, like I did this thing, blah blah blah. Like let me know if this was the right decision." I'm moving furniture around in my room and my bed breaks. My bed almost snaps in half. And I was like, "What?" Maybe I can't remember the timeline. I would have to go back and look, but um there was at one point I was driving to work in the morning and I was praying in regards to Keith. And normally when I pray, if I'm not journaling, I will press record on my phone and record it. So as I'm praying, um I was like, okay, God, like I'm coming to you concerning Keith. Like, what is this about? Why is he in my life? Why is it happening in this manner? Because the way that he reached out to me at the time that I was in my life and what I was doing at the time that you reached out to me, I knew that it was God, but I was like, I just want to make sure it's you, God. And as I'm driving, this semi truck is like right on me. And I'm like, let me just slow down, let this truck get in front of me. I take pictures of everything when I feel like the Lord is giving me different signs, right? So it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, let me just let this truck pass me. I kid you not. And I never seen this truck again. The truck had Keith's name on the back. It was some food company, and the person whose food company was, it was like Keith, something Keith. And it was big. And I was like, what? Okay, Lord, like, what does this mean? Um, and then maybe like I want to say maybe 2 days after I sent you that message, he called me. I was in my prayer closet and I was praying again. I was like, I'm gonna surrender all this up to you, Lord. You know I want to be married. I had just finished fasting, like all of these things. Yes, He's incredible. Like when I tell you, Amber, there's been so many signs I can't keep count. I would have to make my own separate story just for all of the signs that God was giving me about this man. And I was in my prayer closet. I was praying. I was surrendering up my desire for marriage to God. For like the second time, I just felt like I made the wrong decision. And he calls me. And I was like, okay, let me answer because I know he gonna get on me. I was like, hello. And Keith was like, I know you said we just gonna be I know you said you're not ready for a relationship, but you're gonna be my friend. I was like, I would love that. He said, all right, bye. Click.
Not quite how I said it, but okay.
Was kind of like that,
I,
right?
I got on the phone. I said, you get on my nerves.
Oh yeah,
And I said, I don't care what you saying. You're going to be my friend.
yeah,
Because it was so much like I shared all of this stuff with you just for you to try to back out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of crazy to me. And so, all right, cool. We're not going to be together. Another one bites the dust, but you know, we going to be friends. Amber says, sounds legit. Yeah, she knows me. Sounds like me. Yeah. Um, Asia says, oh, Asia again says persistence. I wasn't persistent. I was done. I was like, I'm not chasing you, dog, because you're scared. You're running. You're afraid. I don't need that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I'll be your friend. I'll be cool with you because we were reading the Bible. You know what I mean? Like we were praying together, all of this type of stuff, praying over each other's children, all of this
yeah,
type of stuff, just for you to be like, all right, well, see you later because you got you know what I mean? You got in a little tizzy. Shout out Joffrey. What up, Joffrey? Solid move. Yeah, trying to make good moves and good choices out here. You know? People's lives be depending on it. I'm skipping over stuff. I'm not trying to do that right now. Not trying to skip over stuff. Asia says, "Did you all do premarital?" I did not expect this to be Q&A.
It's good though. I like it. I like
Shout out
it.
to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. For real, for real. Did you all do and I hope this is answering a lot of questions for people. Did you all do premarital counseling? We are actually in premarital right now. So, we got with I got with my pastor. She got with her pastor, and that was a whole nother story. But I got with my pastor, and so let him know that we were going to get married. We wanted them to do our premarital and stuff like that, and so he gave us this 9-page form to fill out, and so we've been going through that. That's been a time, and so even though we're married now, I already let him know like we still want to go through counseling. So
Yes.
we're not doing this alone, not going into this blindly, not going into this without any help. So
Mhm.
that's a good question. Appreciate that. Yes, Rob, you have to be each other's safe space. So that's going back to a question what was said before. Um Yes, Robert Henry, God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's easy for me to detect when somebody's being fearful. Oh, well, I just think, well, I still wanna be with you, and I'm gonna be with you, and we're not gonna break up. We're not gonna break up. But I just don't think that we should get married right now. But I'm still gonna do everything that a wife does. Hogwash. We not doing that.
I didn't say that last part.
It was that though. It was that.
But
I'm paraphrasing,
I
but it
agree
was
with
that.
you, Robert. Like, yes, you like I and Keith was teaching me this at the same time, maybe unintentionally, just because of who he is as a man and as a man of God. But like, he fought all of my fear with scripture. Like, every time that something happened, he was praying. Um, we would still be consistent with reading the word together. We had talked about fasting together. And it also taught me how to actually communicate to him in a better way, to say, like, instead of like projecting my fears, just saying, "Hey, I'm a little scared in this situation, and I just want to talk to you about it." So, yeah.
Hmm. You gotta call a spade a spade. The enemy likes to hide in the details. You know what I mean? So if you call it and it don't like to be called out, so you gotta say
Mhm.
exactly what it is
Yeah.
because you never get to the root of the problem if you don't say, "Oh, this is the problem." Um, Keisha says, when she sent that message, did you think it was over or did you want to keep pursuing? Um, I didn't think it was over. But I didn't want to keep pursuing. And I'm glad you said pursue because I think pursuing is different from chasing, right?
Yeah.
And like chasing, I've been saying this since high school. Like chasing is like somebody you're chasing somebody. That means that they're running. They're running away from you. Like, why do I want to be with someone who doesn't see my value as well? You know what I mean? Like pursue is like, yo, I'm over here. You know what I mean? And then you find that person. Of course, we all know the what the Bible says: a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. You know what I mean? It's like, man, a man that chased down a wife, he found that. No, no, that's not what it says. You know what I mean? So, like for me, I'm like, bro, I'm 35. I ain't chasing nobody, bro, except for these
Yeah.
two kids that we got. Um, oh, you answered, okay. Asia says the friendship aspect though, you didn't want to give her up completely. Yeah, no, no, we could be friends. And there's some things that I told you that you don't need to be walking away with and never talking to me ever again. Like, what's wrong with you?
How dare you?
Yeah, no. So yeah, no, we could still absolutely. I guess you're right in that. Yeah. But I never looked at her like my friend. I mean, I got
Mhm.
enough friends. You my friend. You know what I mean? Like, I got enough friends. So it was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just have to have another one. But we've been doing all of this type of stuff. And maybe when she realizes that she was afraid and then she realizes that there's nothing to be afraid of, you know what I mean, that we'll get back to wherever it is that we're supposed to be at. Tiffany says, friend zone you. I'm sorry, that's my last question. You good? You good? You good?
Yeah,
Um,
you can ask questions. That's
um,
perfectly fine.
why do y'all think that when we're presented with what we're looking for, we have the inclination to pull back? Perhaps just the idea of leaving the comfort zone. You can answer that.
I feel like we when we give up something to God, right? When we pray about it or we have these desires, right? That we also want to control what it looks like when it's presented to us. And like, and maybe that's not for everybody, and that's probably just for me. Not that I necessarily wanted to control it, but essentially like yeah, that's what it came out to be. I was like, wait, let's just do it like this, and let's just have like, can we just handle it like this? And it was like, no, like however God presents it, that's how it comes. And so you just got to be obedient when it happens. But I do think that we pull back because when it does happen, we have to leave our comfort zone to get something that we want, and which is why I feel like we kind of desire it so much, is because it's something that's out of our comfort zone. We don't have to desire the things that are in our comfort zone because we already have them. um and we already can obtain them without having to necessarily change anything about ourselves in the process. But when you want something that's outside of it, oh yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna, yeah, yeah.
I think, man, bump all that. I think it's you don't. It's fear.
It
It's
is
fear.
fear. It
Again,
is.
you don't want to
But
be
I'm
let
also
down.
giving a
So
detailed answer
it
because, oh, that's
it's
true. You don't want to be
it's
let
it's
down.
it's all of this stuff that I prayed for, quote unquote, or whatever, is being presented to me. Yeah, like you said, it might not be packaged the way that I wanted it to be in or whatever, but you said that it was. You know what I mean? So everything that you prayed for, in your opinion, was presented to you in that moment, and you got afraid. You got afraid because I said to you, I said you crazy about me.
That did make me.
And I said that on purpose. Let's put it out there. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? And you didn't lie in that moment, but you said that you got fearful in that moment as well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think all of that, like when you start running and when you start like pulling back and stuff like that, is because you're afraid of being let down. You're afraid of being wrong about the person. You're afraid of not amounting up to, like, okay, so if this person is this, man, they might be let down by me now. So there's a huge portion of fear involved in it. We must be honest. Fantastic. The marital counseling is going to be such a blessing to your marriage. Yeah, I believe it already has been. Like we've been talking about stuff that we didn't even know to ask, and getting
Yes.
into arguments that I didn't even think that we were getting into arguments about,
Yes.
and stuff manifesting. And so that's been the thing. Uh I wish I had done premarital. That's awesome to y'all are still doing it. Yeah, we're not going, yeah, however long it takes. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I think counseling is good.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, you need a person on the outside looking in to be able to say, like, this, I think what she's saying is this, Keith. I think you're misunderstanding her. I think she said this, you know what I mean? But she also needs to be able to verbalize this to you. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to guess everything. And she does a really good job of not having to let me guess for stuff all the time. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tanisha with the hand claps. I don't know what you clapping for, but I'm glad you agree, Tanisha. Robert said that's good. hmm Josh Sharma, what's up? Congratulations. Wishing you all many blessings and happiness.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sharma. Thanks, Sharma. Appreciate you. Um, yes, that's so real. We want to control the timing, the packaging, and everything else. Control. Yeah, such a great point. I don't know the point I made.
It
When was
was
that?
my point.
It
It
was
was my
3 minutes.
point.
It was your point. Okay.
I'm just
You
kidding.
can't ask God for things on your own terms. That's a
Mhm.
that's,
Oh, God whooped me about that. I
that's a
promise you.
fact.
God, and I still get whooped every now and then.
Yeah.
There's certain things that like we might have I wouldn't necessarily say a disagreement on, but like a learning curve on certain things that I have to do that to adjust, and certain things that you might have to do to adjust. But I can only speak for myself. But there's certain things that I haven't told you about this, but there's certain things that like happen. Like we had a conversation about certain things about respecting each other's time, about being intentional, about carving out the time. And I kid you not, the
I
next,
appreciate you for being on time today.
oh yes,
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
I respect you so,
No shade,
and
no shade. I
yeah, no,
greatly
it's
appreciate it. I was ready. I was sitting over here like it's 8:14.
I set
Appreciate it.
up as soon as we talked about it. Um, but yeah, so but it was crazy because like I was on my way to Bible study on Wednesday. That was the Wednesday that we didn't do Bible study together. And me just getting there, it was like I had let my mom borrow my car, and I was like, "All right, now come on back with my car, so I can go because
Mm,
I want to go to church. I want to go, you know." And she did not come back, and I
mm.
ended up having to go to my dad and be like, "I'm gonna just borrow your car." Because she ain't coming. She took my car to the grocery store. I was home. She was like, "We'll borrow your car." Okay.
Gallivanting.
And I almost didn't make it on time. And my dad's tank was on E, so I had to take care of him, fill him anyways. But on my way there, I was upset. And God, this is what I felt the Holy Spirit do.
Mm,
Now, what have we learned?
mm,
And I was like,
mm.
I couldn't even be mad no more. I had
Yeah,
to forgive, myself, God, like not God, but I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive my mom in that moment because I was just like, oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Now I know how you've like, so it's like he's still with me in certain processes and certain things. So yeah. Hmm.
Mhm. Can we just note as an aside that Monty's voice is so soothing and comforting? I'm sure she appreciates that. Mhm.
I do appreciate
I
that.
think she knows that about herself, and so I think she's just glad to hear somebody say that. Yeah, it's
Thank you.
true. It's true.
Thank you. I do appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, she has a faceless YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, so she throw on her DJ voice and stuff.
That's my
So it's
smooth
true.
jazz.
So yes, we can note it. We can acknowledge it for sure. Absolutely.
I want to screenshot that.
I love how you worded that. Learning curve. You ain't never heard of a learning curve?
She heard of it. She's just saying that's how she likes what the verbiage that I used for it.
Learning curve is beautiful. Using that moving forward. Like y'all now, Amber, we went to the same school. I know you heard of a learning curve.
I think she's heard of a learning curve.
I know Amber. Chantel Lowe. Chantel is one of my dearest friends. I'm so happy for you both. Keith, you deserve all the good things God has in store for you. And I'm so
Mhm.
glad you both been blessed with finding each other. I've been rooting for you for all the years we've been friends, Keith. I'm now excited to be rooting for you both. That's
Oh,
amazing.
thank you.
That's amazing. Now you know Chantel is a teacher as well. So Imani's a teacher too,
Mhm.
Chantel.
Hi,
So
my fellow educator.
mhm.
What sub what
She's in
subject?
Georgia too. So
Oh, she is?
she
Okay.
teaches high school.
Oh, oof.
Hmm.
High
Yep.
school. They're bigger than me. I'm scared.
Yeah. Keisha Marie, do you guys live in separate locations or one of y'all just at work? Well, I'm at work. I'm at work. We talked about this at the top of it. Right now we live in two separate locations, but we're working on like I think the next time that she comes up here, we'll be looking for a spot
Yep.
up in Concord. So we'll have a central location. So, so we're not going to have like two houses and stuff like, well, the goal is to have multiple houses, but we're going to have one spot that is home base,
Yes.
you know.
And it's gonna be with you, not in Georgia.
Appreciate that. Um, did you teach her what ugly mean in Jersey? Nah, shut up, Nick.
I want to know now.
Nick had a great message. I recorded our conversation. He called me the day of the weddings. Just congratulating me and encouraging me and stuff like that.
I
Nick
love
is
that.
one of my greatest friends.
I love
Baha, we mean instead of disagreement.
learning curve.
We
Is that us not taking accountability
had
for
a
calling
little
it?
learning curve the other night. Okay. Okay. Leela, what do you mean? Now, Keith, LOL, what happened? I didn't look at it in real time. My bad. What'd I say? What happened? Shout out to Leela. Great supporter. I love Leela and her husband. Robert Henry, correction from God is the first step of growth. Thank you for all of these. Thank you for all of these.
He said, "Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Thank
God
you.
whooped you. He
Thank
sure
you for all
did."
these. Thank you for these platitudes, Robert. I appreciate. I appreciate it. My man. My man. All right. Chantel says, "Hey girl, hey, let me say an extra prayer for my new teacher friend because the struggle is real." Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you
I
for the prayers. I'm praying
we
back. I'm praying
we
for
were
you too.
absolutely not expecting this at all. This wealth of love and overflow of questions and communication with us in this moment. I just wanted to do something because I wasn't doing my regular show tonight, but this is great. And again, we do plan on doing something. Um, we do plan on doing a YouTube channel with other stuff um, in the very near future, for sure.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
when you were talking about learning curve and Amber. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad.
Yes, ladies, we
Yeah.
sticking
Amber,
together.
that's the homie. Shout out to her husband as well. Not us turning this into a Q&A. Hey man, it was needed because we were
Turn
like,
it into a
I was like, well,
Q&A.
I said, you good? Yeah. How did you like the wedding? It was cool. All right, it was cool. All right. Well, we'll see y'all later. So this was great. We really needed y'all tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Let us get out of here before we wear out our welcome. So yeah, you got any last few words you want to say? Any closing remarks?
I just want to say thank you. Y'all are awesome.
Truly enjoyed
Just
you too, Amber. Thank you so much.
yes,
And
I
it's great to
agree.
hear from you for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always
Thank
always in
you.
the wings somewhere. Amber, so funny, man. Such a sweetheart, for real. All right. My bad. You were saying
It's okay. Yeah, I was saying like you I was
y'all
saying this
should do this
earlier.
again. Help us.
Hey, let me
My,
compliment them
oh,
real
I'm
quick.
sorry. My bad. My bad.
I was gonna say that I said this a little earlier, I think, but like you have great people around you, like you have great support around you. And I'm sure that if I don't know how to do all the live stuff, but if I did it on my end, it would be the same love coming from both ends. But I just want to say
We
thank
can
you
link it.
guys.
We can make it happen.
Okay, teach me because I don't know.
I
I
can
don't know.
make it happen. Yeah.
Say we all in y'all business.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so I just want to say thank you. Y'all are awesome. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the prayers. And we
Mhm.
definitely appreciate the questions because
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like y'all was waiting for a brother to get married. Like y'all was like trying to give me away or something. Um, Tony says that's Buddy Cash. Y'all definitely know how to build a great audience. Loved it. It's her. Cause I don't get this. I don't get these many views.
You
I'm gonna just put you up here and then I'll be talking and they be like maybe you be cleaning up or something and I'll do like a whole podcast or something. They don't need to see my face. They got you now. I got you now. Yeah.
honestly, I enjoy
Not give you
watching the
away, but
show.
definitely been waiting. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Shoot, if y'all been waiting, I know I've been waiting. It is not good out here. Being single is not the move, man. You know how much trouble you get in for being single? Like, bro, no. So I'm glad. Yes, me too, Leela. Thank you. Yeah. LOL feels like that. We are so happy for you both. Greatly
Thank
appreciate y'all.
you.
Oh yeah, and help y'all. You said help us. Yeah, we'll definitely do this again. It
Yeah.
won't be the same thing, but yeah, be on the lookout. Working on a YouTube channel right now. Got some adventures that we want to go on, and I was thinking we need to vlog when we getting the tattoos done. We
Oh
need to
yeah.
vlog that. So in that case, we can't bring the kid.
Just put them to the side.
No, they gonna
Set it up.
now
I'm
you know
just
somebody
playing.
ain't having that.
I'm just kidding.
No, somebody ain't having it.
We gonna
They
get
say it's ghetto out there. It is ghetto
it.
out there. I just came from out there.
I was
Yeah.
under a rock, so
Yeah.
But
I
it
just
is
came
ghetto
along.
out. It's bad. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, bro. Can't nobody say nothing bad about you. Yeah, nobody but your wife. And like how far that's gonna go. You know what I mean? When you single, everybody's saying, well, he ain't take me out to dinner for the third time. It's like, well, I ain't like you. And now I'm the bad guy because I didn't like you. Yeah, I'm glad that's over. Praise God. Don't send me back out there, please.
No, we
All right.
are
Yeah.
locked in.
Yeah. Grace and peace, everybody. Appreciate this so very much. Made my heart grow 3 times bigger today. Kendrick Bailey, Daddy loves you.
Bye, y'all.
Peace. Do you not love the kids? My God.
Oh, that's your closing. I usually let you have that.
You could figure
What
something
I'm
out. You
supposed
can
to say,
freestyle
like
something.
I can't come up with it off the spot. I'm not as cool as you.
Oh, my bad. I've been doing this.
Look, he's like, yeah, I am cool. Okay.
I've been doing this a little while.
Yeah,
All
give
right,
me a
yeah.
minute.
Just I
I
love
got
y'all
it in my
too.
own
You can't
videos.
say
I'd be like
you
this.
gotta be cool to tell somebody you love.
I love y'all too. And they know that. What am I supposed to say now? Now it's awkward.
Peace out. You can still say I love. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If we made you laugh, cry, or informed you on anything at all during this episode, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I personally would love to hear what you have to say. If you are already subscribed, check us out on patreon.com/Fresh Air Media and become a patron for even more content. The link is in the description. Peace.